Imagine. Imagine living in a country where every single day you have to worry about how you're going to feed your family. Would you settle? Or would you immigrate to another country in search of the American dream? Imagine. Imagine living in a country where you are not free to practice the religion of your choice. Would you settle? Or would you go to a country that offers better opportunities? Imagine. Imagine living in a country where women have no rights and every single day you are constantly put down. Would you settle? Or would you go in search of the American dream? Believe it or not, this is the story of every single one of you in this room. It's a story of your parents. It's a story of your grandparents. It's a story of your ancestors. Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and most honored guests, welcome. This morning, I will be telling you the story of my family and how an immigration reform changed the fate of my family forever. After my presentation today, all of you will leave convinced that immigration is not about politics. It's about people. It's about people like you, people like me, trying to get an opportunity to better the life for ourselves and our family. But the only way to truly understand immigration is to put ourselves in their shoes. So I'm going to start off my presentation today by allowing you to put yourself in the shoes of my family. The story of my family begins in 1955 when my grandfather, Jose Ceja, was forced to leave his family behind and go in search of the American dream. He came to this country with absolutely nothing. He had no money, he had no education, and had no place to stay. The only thing in his favor was his determination to succeed, his determination to provide for a better future for his family. After working several years in agriculture and experiencing very little growth in the shadows of immigration, he finally caught his first big break in 1962, when the U.S. government was offering green cards to all immigrants willing to provide manual labor for this country. This program was called the Bracero Program. The Bracero Program changed the fate of my family forever. This program meant that my grandfather can now buy a house, he can now open up his own business, he can get a driver's license, and do things that most of us take for granted. Thanks to the Bracero Program, my grandfather was able to legally bring his entire family from Mexico and introduce them to a country with so many opportunities. With hard work, determination, and honesty, my family was able to accomplish the American dream. Right now, they are living the American dream. They now own multiple businesses, have multiple rental properties, and they no longer have to worry about putting food on the table for their family. The only thing that we have to remember is that none of this would have been possible without the opportunity. None of this would have been possible without the immigration reform of the Bracero Program. Currently, we have over 11 million undocumented immigrants here in the United States. And despite what most people think, immigrants do pay taxes just like everybody else. Every time they receive a payroll check, they pay federal, state, local, Social Security, and Medicare taxes. The only difference is that they will never receive Social Security benefits. So now, what I am suggesting is that we put ourselves in their shoes. What if you were in a situation where you didn't know if you were going to have enough food to feed your family the next day? What if you were in a situation where you lived in a country that did not allow you to practice the religion of your choice? What if you lived in a situation where you lived in a country where women had no rights? What would you do? Would you sit there and watch? Or would you go out and search for an opportunity? What I'm suggesting is that we do the right thing and we provide these undocumented immigrants with an opportunity, the same opportunity that I had, my family had, the same opportunity that you had. what I'm suggesting is that next time somebody talks to you about immigration, or you see somebody who's undocumented, don't be quick to judge them. Put yourself in their shoes and think about the way that they feel. And think back in history and think back at your family, their roots, where they came from. And put yourself in their